For the price of a studio flat in London, I am selling this 20-bedroomed castle in the most beautiful part of the middle of England, Bewdley. I bought it for £810,000. I spent £3 million on it already, making it watertight, putting a new roof on it, but now I am burned out. So now I want to pass the baton on and pass it to someone that has the appetite and has the passion to actually carry on the works. And I'm selling it for an absolute song with a guide price of just 395 grand. Why am I doing this again? Let's see if we can sell it.
I'm not gonna lie, but I thought you were a bit loud.
I'm a bit loud.
But actually, you're a clever guy.
Well, not that clever, apparently. Lost £3 million on a castle, but anyway. Thank you so much, though. Real pleasure to see you again. Thanks for coming. You missed the show, guys. It's all finished now. We've sold it. It's done. Bidding wars can begin now. But anyway, feel free to, have a look round and have a wonder. Just don't die. And also feel free to go around the back as well. It looks beautiful from the back. 8 acres of land, freehold, 20 bedrooms, four properties there, 13 apartments there, 17 planning permission at the moment. It's totally, well, I wouldn't say totally, but it's safe on the ground floor. You can go upstairs, but just maybe go with Simon's guidance. He's our caretaker. This has got a lot of history about it. So the 3 French soldiers trained here. Winston Churchill used to visit here. Charles de Gaulle used to come from France. The 200 French soldiers that trained here, most of them died. This was during the war. But the one remaining soldier from France, when I bought this, he flew in from France and took me out for dinner in Mayfair, London. And then he died like a few weeks after. So I got to meet the last Free French soldier. And he actually said to me, he was like, thank you for taking the building and, restoring it. And so I feel like, I have to a point, I've restored it. I've made it airtight because it was falling down. I've put a roof on it. It's safe. I've sorted out the structural issues, but like now I'm ready to pass the baton on to somebody. And I bought it for 810,000. I spent 3 million on it. I'll lose a lot on this, but I'd rather just pass it to and that's another thing as well, it is on auction. So Sam Fongho, who I'll introduce you to, he's a really good friend of mine. We've worked together for many years. Sam sold a lot of my properties actually, because I've sold so many houses the last 4 or 5 years. I've bought a lot, I've sold a lot, I'm investing overseas now a lot, but Sam is a close friend of mine. So Sam's listed it with Savills, so it is on the market now.
The auction is going to be online on the 17th of March. Anyone that's interested can actually go onto the website and download the legal pack.
This was actually on auction for 500 grand. And there was like 100 people. It was a physical auction. And there was lots of people bidding. And I just thought, it's pretty big, 800 grand and then someone else said 805, I said 810. Believe it or not, although it doesn't look like it's had much work done on it, it actually has. Because when we bought it, the roof had fallen in, it had structural issues, it had Japanese knotweed. So we've actually spent a lot on it. We spent £500,000 on the roof. Then we've sorted out all the structural issues. There was actually underneath, we had full reports on it. Underneath, there was a dam, or a spring, sorry. We went, dug it down, turned it around. We've stitched it all. So if you want to see a full tour of the inside, then check out this video. I'm just going to show you the magnitude of the size of the building. Bear in mind, this is just one wing. Bear in mind, we have 8 acres of land. This is 20,000 square feet. Also, when you look out the window, as far as your eyes can see, it's all part of the estate.
I've looked at this probably about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who's a surgeon, he looked at it. It was for up for million.
Yeah.
Million at that time. We had other things, so now I saw you post last night, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna
come down and have a little look.
go and have a look at it.
Yeah. Got to the point, if I'm really honest, where it's like, if we refurbish it just as one castle, I don't even know if the numbers even work. But I've been away, I've been traveling, I've been in Dubai, I've got other projects on, and because it's listed, so everything you do, you have to work with English heritage and listed building control. It's just tedious. And for me, I didn't have the time, the passion. I just fell out of love with the idea. But there's, some people that say to me, I'll do it as a wedding venue and do this. But I'm just like, I've got ADHD. I'm an all in or all out kind of person. For me, I'd rather someone buy it for 395 grand, but who actually will carry it on. And then that way, when it's all nice and there's weddings going on and the villagers are all happy, I'll be like, okay, I played a part in that. You know, I fixed the roof up. I probably spent more money than you spent on it.
How did you even think of buying such a huge project without like?
Because I got huge, massive balls, that's how. And you have to, in business and to be successful, you have to just be like, you know what? I didn't even see it, I bought it without even seeing it.
Right.
That was going to be my question, Samuel. Why?
Yeah, that's
what
what I'm asking
enticed you to buy it in the first place?
Because I'm just crazy, I just do lots of
Just
things.
you?
That's how you get big wins, and
That's
sometimes
right.
not. Yeah. I wouldn't suggest anyone buying it, to be honest, if you don't have vision and don't have, because you'll end up like me, you'll just buy it and it will just sit there. And so if you're buying it, you need to have really probably a building company or know someone that does. The appetite to work with listed building control, it's a nightmare, it is. But the council are really on board. They want it to be restored, but I just feel like for me, I don't want to do it badly. I've lost money on it, it's been a pain, but I'm happy. I've got 4 wonderful children and you know, it's not the end of the world. So as long as it goes to the right person. So it's on at 395 grand, which is ridiculous considering it's got 20 bedrooms and it's got 8 acres of land. And it is an airtight building. It's not a ruins. So when I drove up here and I was coming down and there was the River Severn and I was thinking, maybe I should keep it. It's quite cool, you know, and it is a castle. But then I remembered the fact that for the last year and a half, 2 years, I've just been, you know, when like you've got something on your to-do list, but you just don't do it. And then it makes you end up feeling a bit guilty. And it's like, oh, I need to do that thing, I need to do that. That's what this has been like for years. It's just been there at the back of my mind. Oh, I need to finish it, and I need to do this, and it's got to the point now where I'm just like, now I'm ready to just pass it on now.
For someone who's wants to take this project on, I think it would be a great thing.
It's an amazing looking building. It's really grand, and you know, it's a shame to see something like this because I love heritage sort of buildings as well. You know, refurb projects on heritage and listed buildings and that in the past, and having that satisfaction of seeing what the building looks like at the end, that end value you get from that is great. So I get why Samuel's doing this if he hasn't got the time to spend on it and dedicate to it. It's not just a financial thing. It's a moral thing as well, which I do respect.
About 7 million, if it was done up, that's what it'd be worth. Right now, what's it worth? It's hard to know. I had it on my books at 3 million on the basis that I bought it for 800 grand, spent 3 on it, and about 3 million. But then it's ultimately something like this, it's so unique and it's only worth what someone's prepared to pay for it. So that's why I just thought, you know what, let's not rule out, because it might be that there's a really good building company who's prepared to do it and an enthusiast who wants to turn it into a wedding venue or something. I didn't want to rule anybody out, you know? So I just thought I'll start low and then see what happens. But I'll be a little bit pissed, to be honest. If no one offers much higher and I end up having to let go at that, like a silly price, I'll be a little bit upset. But it's auction terms, so I have to sell it. No, I was one of the lads.
Was you?
I just lost a lot of weight.
God, you look
I know, right?
We saw you on there.
Probably.
So what happened
We were
to
just
you?
doing a barney.
Yeah, my brother.
Right, so what happened to him? Is he not interested in it anymore?
Oh, neither of us are interested in it anymore. No, I was with him yesterday. He didn't want to come today. I thought, I'll come. I'll show my face. I wish you all the best. If you do put an offer forward, I wish you all the best. And also, whoever does end up buying it will be quite helpful in terms of handover and giving, you know what I mean? Just anything, any information that you need. Great to meet you guys. All right, thanks. Cheers. See you later. Bye. Really full time. If you're going to take a project on like this, you have to just do this. I've got 3 hotels that I'm running at the moment. I'm running an academy. I'm not living in the country very often. The last 6 months, I've only been in England 2 months. When I bought it for 810 grand, I got bridging finance. So I got a £400,000 bridge from Together Finance. So they thought it was worth that. And that was then when it had no roof. I actually reckon you could buy it for cheap from me because I'm just like, ugh, and I'm just that kind of person. And then repackage it, spend a bit of time and put it back on an auction and make a bunch of money without lifting a paintbrush. Maybe. I don't know.
It's cheap, isn't it?
It's very cheap.
Very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Very cheap. For what Samuel's initial investment must be in and what the guide price is crazy. It's a crazy price.
It's a good price for what you get. You get a lot of land, a lot of property for that.
I'm allergic to losing £3 million on a castle. What's going on, folks? Great to be, well, not actually. It's terrible to be here. It's cold. I lost £3 million, but I'm glad to be with my guy. I would say the biggest challenge would be not knowing how much things cost because it's listed. So it's really difficult to price things up. I would say the biggest challenge would be buying it and then not giving it your all and not being fully. And then I've had this for 8 years. And as you said, I'm a man of means. I've got money. But with a project like this, it's not about money. Well, it is, but it's not just about money. You can't just throw money at stuff. You need to do it. This is like a business.
Might even get tempted and make a little bid, or
You never know. You get some Samuel Leeds finance on it, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to have that conversation with my wife, though. You know what I mean? So I just pitched it to Samuel a minute ago and said, how about I buy it for £1 on a lease option and then use the Samuel Leeds finance to up to £1 million to start the renovation on it and then find investors to take it the rest of the way. But he didn't say no. So
He didn't say no.
No.
It's a bit too big for me, but yeah, like I say, if I had the money and the desire, then I would. But I'm sure it'd be a lovely project for someone.
If you're going to be bidding on this property, my first advice to you is please try and register about maybe 2 days before, because what everyone does is try and register the last day or in the morning of the day of the auction. Then they're busy. Everyone is trying to do it on the same day. So please register 1 or 2 days before the auction day to bid. Then download the legal pack. Make sure you acquaint yourself with the legal pack.
So 17th of March, very, very soon. That's the deadline when the final bids will come in. We've had some interested parties, but I want this to go to the right person. And if someone buys this and they want to really continue it and restore it and take the baton, then I will support them wholeheartedly. So the link is below, straight to Savills, and deadline coming soon. So if you do bid, I wish you the very best.